I just got back from Barnes & Noble, and while I was there, I picked up this book called ADHD for Smartass Women, How to Fall in Love with Your Neurodivergent Brain by Tracy Otsuka, certified ADHD coach. And in the other clips that I filmed, I basically went to Barnes & Noble. I just picked up a couple books that seemed interesting after reading the jacket, I think is what it's called, and the back. I read bits and pieces of the books, but none of them were really sparking anything. And then I found this one, and I just sat down and read about half of the book, but I couldn't finish it at Barnes & Noble, and I had a gift card, so I'm really excited to finish this book. And I've just been feeling kind of stuck lately, and I forget that I have ADHD. It's just a reminder of how my brain handles things. It was just very comforting to read and kind of put me in a good mindset again. I just really loved being at Barnes & Noble. There were kids who were clearly learning how to read, and other people sitting and taking notes in books, reading books. I feel like there's such a difference between reading a book by yourself in your own home, in your own space, alone, and then reading a book by yourself but being surrounded by people. And I always love the ambiance of Barnes & Noble. I'm really glad that I found this book and I had a good time. I have just really been learning to find joy in the more mundane things. I have some very, very exciting trips coming up with some friends, but I normally spend summer alone because all of my friends live in different states, and I just really want to focus more on being present while also giving myself a hobby with YouTube again and capturing those moments on camera and just learning to be grateful for what I have in the now and trying not to stress so much or think so much about how much I'm missing other people or how much I want things to change, and just try to focus on what I do have and how to make the most of what I've got now. Things will pan out along the way. So I'm usually not the type of person who spends a ton of time thinking about things that aren't in my control and thinking a lot about the future, but I've found myself doing that a lot now because I have the free time to be doing so. And sometimes, you just get stuck in those cycles, and that's what was happening with me. So it was just really nice to be able to drive to Barnes & Noble and enjoy the ambiance and read a good book that had me feeling very much myself and very motivated again. I love being inspired by stories, and I watch a ton of YouTube and listen to podcasts all the time, but there's something different about changing it up and reading in a physical format rather than just listening to it or watching it. So I'm still going to be doing all three, but I hadn't picked up an actual book in a while. I'm just really excited. I just been having a very weird couple of weeks since graduating college. There are times where I feel like I have things finally, I never feel like I have things figured out, but there are some times where I feel like I have some routine and then it just completely changes up. And that's okay. Just trying to not be hard on myself, working on trying to practice gratitude always. I keep a journal where I write in it every day, just things that happened and things that I'm grateful for. And that is one thing that I've been able to keep up for at least since the beginning of 2024. And I've already filled up a couple journals, and it's been very satisfying. So trying to focus on being proud of the accomplishments I have made. Like, I graduated college. I should allow myself to give myself a little more grace for not always feeling 100% all the time. It's a really weird stage of life to be in, and I know that. So this is just me reminding myself again that it's okay to be kind of all over the place and not have a consistent routine. And once I secure a job in the future, then I will have more structure and routine, but I don't need to be constantly searching for it if it's not ready for me yet. In the meantime, I really look forward to finishing this book, and I just had a nice time going out by myself, and I think I spent at least 2 or 3 hours just browsing and then reading at Barnes & Noble, and it was nice to not, you know, be looking at my phone at all and just having some downtime where I didn't feel extremely overwhelmed. So, yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!